It was really important. One thing Coach Fisher stressed was for us not to pay attention to that loss, and just bounce back. And every week we play one game at a time. So once we got over that game that night, we got over it, and we just focused on Syracuse. And that was the biggest thing that helped us, is not paying attention to the past and just focusing on the future.
If you're not going to have your starting quarterback, what does it mean to have a veteran guy like Sean with the ability to have him step in?
It's huge. I mean, no matter who's the quarterback, we're going to support him, play as hard as we can for him. So it doesn't matter who it is, as long as we trust him, we believe in him, they'll be fine.
Those first couple of drives were a little rough, but then the play to Travis for the 75-yard touchdown. How much of a spark did that give you guys?
Huge. I mean, Syracuse is a great defense. They do a lot of different stuff, so it took us a few plays to get acclimated to it. But once we got acclimated to what they were doing, as you can see, we started to push the ball and make some huge plays.
For Travis, 3 touchdowns today, coming off of a tough game last week. How big was that for him?
Huge. I mean, Travis is confident. Travis knows he can play football, and he's real good at it. So he came out there, he was just ready to play ball, and Sean and him, they hooked up big time this game and made huge plays.
And Jarquez, I think the first time fans really got a taste to see him. I mean, how impressive is a guy that big to be able to do what he did?
He's a beast. I mean, he's been doing it since the first day he got here. He does it every day. He's just waiting for his time to really show it. And today he came out huge. He stepped up, and that's what happens. Next man up. Dalvin couldn't play. Jarquez stepped up and made some huge plays.
What does that do for a defense? Because it seemed like by the fourth quarter, no one on that Syracuse defense wanted to tackle a 240-pound big guy like that.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie, because he has so much power, so much strength, but he's also fast. So if you just keep running the ball at him, eventually they're gonna break down. They can't keep taking those hits from him because he's so big.
And next week, Atlantic Division on the line. You guys versus Syracuse, against Clemson. How big is that game?
It's a big game. We're going to treat it like any other game, though. Just go to work like we do every Monday and, see what happens.